According to legend, it all started when the goddess Eris, also known as Discord, wasn't invited to a wedding that the other gods and goddesses attended. Upset over this, she caused a dispute between the three Greek goddesses, Hera, Athena, and Aphrodite, over which of the three was the most beautiful. Each goddess promised Paris a special gift if he decided in her favor. Hera promised to make him a powerful ruler. Athena promised him wisdom and victory in the battle. Aphrodite promised him the most beautiful woman in the world as his wife. This woman was thought to be Helen of Sparta, wife of Menelaus, king of Mycenaean Greece. Paris asked Aphrodite for her, and with Aphrodite's tricks, Helen fell in love with Paris and agreed to elope with him to Troy.
The Trojans had just arrived to the palace of Sparta. Paris was on a diplomatic mission to Sparta during the latter part, of which Menelaus was absent to attend the funeral of his maternal grandfather, Cratius, in Crete. It was Paris's mission to take Helen back to Troy with him.
Paris, please. You shouldn't be here.
But Helen, I took this necklace from the Sea of Propontis.
It's beautiful. But you know I can't wear it when Menelaus is around. What if he sees?
Then come to me with Troy. You will be in danger, and I know that. But I promise I will protect you, my love.
And I will come with you. We're gonna run away. He's gonna take me back to Troy. We're gonna get married, and we're gonna have such a great life. He's gonna take care of me, and we're gonna have kids, and I'm gonna be a mom. Oh, they're gonna be so handsome just like him.
That pretty boy prince is gonna pay for stealing my wife. One does not simply come into a man's home, drink his wine, share his women, and betray him. I will break his bones and feed them to the crows. And that unfaithful cow, Helen, I will kill her the next time I see her. How dare she leave me?
Why is my brother so stupid?
What will the young prince do now? Will eloping with Helen be the downfall of Troy, or will Helen and Paris live happily ever after? Meanwhile, the Trojan army marches from the city gates and advances to meet the Achaeans.
Okay. Let's end this. Take your men and leave Troy immediately.
Not until Helen is returned to my brother. Also, Troy must be under my command when I call. There you go.
Wait. You guys, I have another solution. Menelaus, I challenge you to a duel. Winner gets Helen, the loser dies, and the war will be over for good.
Challenge accepted.
Brother, you don't have to do this.
Turn around, prepare for battle tomorrow.
I just can't stand to see any more Trojans getting killed. I really do love Helen, but if I die, I'll die loving her.
The next day, Menelaus defeats Paris in combat. Luckily for the Trojans, Aphrodite saves Paris' life, and the armies agree to a truce. Unfortunately, Hera is bent on war, so she creates a Trojan warrior named Pandarus to break the truce. The battle persevered.
I told Achilles to listen, but that boy's just so hard-headed. I feel bad for the death of his dear old friend Patroclus, but if he wasn't so stubborn, it wouldn't have happened. I just don't know what to do with him anymore.
You know, I think Patroclus helped us out.
How?
Here, have some popcorn and watch.
You do know I'm here, right?
No, of course not. Why?
Don't mock me, Prince of Troy. I could have your head on this spear.
Well, let's get this over with.
Don't underestimate me. I'm highly skilled in martial arts.
Sure you are. How about you come over and show me, oh great Achilles? Brother, put me out of my misery. I only ask that you treat my body with reverence.
You can't expect me to do that. My anger is too great. Your carcass deserves to rot, be eaten by stray dogs.
Spears were of frequent use during the battles of the Trojan War, as well as throughout Mycenaean and Aegean Greece. The longest spears ranged from 3 to 5 meters and were used by warlords throwing or thrusting their spears from their chariots and foot soldiers. The shorter spears were used in close combat. The spearheads were typically made of iron. The opposite side of the spear consisted of a sharp bronze spike called a sauter, which translates into lizard killer. Saureters were used for stability as well as an added weapon if the spearhead were to break off or become unusable. The usage of spears allowed the armored hoplites, or citizens of Greek city-states armed with spears and shields, to stand together and protect one another in a phalanx formation. In ancient Greece, spears were seen as the superior weapon to swords. Swords were not as common as spears during battle. They were seen as secondary weapons comparatively. However, they still had much use, mainly for slashing and stabbing. If one spear were broken or damaged, a sword would be used to replace it. The most used sword was the xiphos. It was double-sided, and it was either straight or leaf-shaped. Its blade was about 2 feet. The machaira, on the other hand, was a lot bigger and heavier than the xiphos. The blade was curved and had a single edge, and was used more by cavalry soldiers. Shields were made of wood with a thin sheet of bronze all over or just around the rim. The emblems on the shields varied by city. The phalanx was a battle formation where the shields of the soldier were tightly linked together. This made it harder for enemies to make frontal assaults. The shield was held on the arm or in the hand opposite of the one holding the sword or spear. In close combat, shields were used to knock their opponents off their feet, and then they take this advantage to kill them.
We have a plan. Those Trojans won't know what hit them.
Oh look, a gift from the Greeks. It's about time they recognized superior power here. Let's bring it in.
Doesn't it look a bit sketchy to you, Father?
Shut up, Paris. It's a beautiful horse, and I want it. Bring it in.
In the end, Troy lost to Greece. There were many, many deaths on either side of the war. The members of the Trojan royal family, seeing what was happening, fled to the temples to seek protection. Priam was slaughtered at the altar of Zeus. Cassandra, Priam's daughter, was dragged away from the sanctuary by Ajax and consequently raped. Agamemnon is away. Clytemnestra, his wife, takes Aegisthus as her lover. She is still upset with Agamemnon for sacrificing their daughter at the start of the Trojan War. After returning to Mycene with Cassandra as his captive, both Agamemnon and Cassandra are killed by Clytemnestra and Aegisthus. Agamemnon's son Orestes and his sister Electra both killed their mother and Aegisthus to avenge their father. In short, much blood is shed amongst the Greek and Trojan royal families, even after the war ended. In Greek myth, it's said that the Furies haunted Orestes for the killings of his own father. Priam's second cousin, once removed, escaped as Troy burns and leaves with a group of Trojans. As Aeneas travels to find a new city for Troy, Dido, the queen and founder of Carthage, falls in love with him. He stays with her for a few months, but then leaves to continue his quest. Dido is left heartbroken and commits suicide. In Italy, Aeneas starts a war with Turnus for the hand of Lavinia, the princess of Latium. The Trojans defeat Turnus and take control over Latium. They establish a royal line from which Romulus and Remus, the founders of Rome, descend.